Caspar, FORTE, you must have been pleased with his debut victory.
Yes, Ed. It was a good effort first up. We gave him a good preparation leading into that trial, and he was improving all the way through the prep, and it was nice to see him get the job done.
How's he come through that run?
Yeah, he's been good. I've just freshened him up a little bit. He had a nice jump out the gates on Monday, was good, and he's ready to go back to the races again.
Wasn't the quickest out of the gates last time out, but he showed a good turn of foot. He's drawn 13 this time out. Do you have any traffic concerns potentially?
Yeah, being on the C+3, definitely. He's still learning his trade. He's got quite a bit of upside. I'm pretty confident he'll get to Class 3 and be competitive there. So obviously he's carrying 133, drawn 13. He'll get his chance to have to get the victory, but might need just a little bit of luck in running.
And you stick to 1,000 metres for him, but in time, could he be a horse that gets over a little bit more ground?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. I'm sure he'll get longer, but we've just tried to space his run first to second start, and he looks like he's ready to go back to the track.
He's a horse that was purchased from the international sale for $6 million. Is he a horse that when you saw him at the sales and at the breeze-ups that took your eye?
He was the only one I wanted out of the whole auction, and I'm glad the owners were keen with me to purchase him, and I think they would have bought it no matter what, so it was good. It was a good result. Obviously, big price tag. We've got a long way to go before we can get that money back, but hopefully we're we can get there slowly, and I can chip away at it.
Keith flying on the turf. You rode him last time out. That was his first go on the turf. He obviously liked it, didn't he?
Oh yes. Turned out he raced really well on the dirt. It was a surprise one because we didn't expect he would run so well. But then I think he did a good job, and he remained his fitness. I worked him in the morning, and he's very fit.
So he sticks to the dirt then this time around. Are you confident about his hopes?
I think so. I think Jimmy definitely find his way out because I think his form on the turf is just very ordinary. But then it seems like he enjoys the dirt a lot.
He was finishing off strongly last time out. Would you hope there's a bit of pace on the race for him?
Yes. On the all-weather 12, there's always going to be the pace on. So and we've got a good barrier, so hopefully I can place him in a good position.
Douglas, Private Rocket hasn't raced for a couple of months. Was that the plan or just the way things have worked out?
No, that's the plan. His form indicates that he's a fresh horse, and every time I've stepped him out first up or given him a short spell, he seems to have thrived on that, so I've just kept the pattern the same.
So his wins have been over 1,400, but 1,200 fresh. Do you think that suits him too?
He's limited, and hence the reason I've got to space his runs, and I've got to try and find the best race for him. And at this stage, being fresh, it looks like 1,200 is better at the moment. If he's had a couple of runs, he's always better at the 14. He's won both his races at the 14. But as he's getting on in age and as I'm training him differently, he seems to be getting a bit more speed into him, so the 1,200 suits.
And just tell us a bit about that training. He's done a lot of his work at CONQUEROR, including on the uphill track there.
Yeah, he's he's limited, and he has got a very awkward action when he works, and I just try and keep him off the sand tracks, and it certainly he's thriving on that at the moment.
Uncle Steve, Douglas hasn't won for a while, but he's been good at his last couple, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's probably on his rating. He won with his first run with me on 80, and he's around that mark now, 79. He just gets into Class 2, and the pace and the competition gets a bit tough for him. Yeah, he's honest, he's working well, his form's been good, so he should be competitive again.
And just a word on your apprentice, Jerry Chow, who rides both of these horses we've spoken about. 20 wins for Jerry this season. He's got a really good strike rate. How do you feel he's developing?
He's going along well. He's certainly got a good head on him, and as long as he keeps it level and stays grounded, he'll be fine.
David, CONQUEROR is a horse that you trained in Australia, ran some really good races there, and also ran well behind Probabile in New Zealand. Did you think he'd be a good horse to bring up to Hong Kong?
Yeah, he was a colt then, $1 million colt, and he's been gelded, so his manners are a lot better than it was in Australia. Look, on his second to Probabile, that's genuine Group 1 form at set weights. if he can bring that to Hong Kong, he'll be more than competitive.
All of his trials have been at Chung Fa. How's his prep been?
Not bad. I think he'll need the run. He's got a wide gate, and I'd say with the tempo racing in Hong Kong, he'll be better suited at a mile and 18 and 2,000 metres.
Is he a 4-year-old series horse then?
I hope so. You know, he's rated 85. I reckon the 1800 will be the better distance for him.
And you've put the blinkers on for his first run here too?
Yeah, I just think a lot of these new horses, the tempo is so different for them. It helps them with their focus. He may, as the races get longer, he might get the blinkers taken off, but I think it's a positive for his first run.